So what's all right?
Nigel, you are... What's up, C Squad?
It's Nigel C.
And Daddy C.
I'm Dad and Son.
Kick Talk.
And today, we're kick talking about...
our real versus fake with the Union Dunk Passport Pack. We are finally at that moment. If you haven't seen the video, go back and watch it when I reviewed the early look of the Nike Union Dunk Passport Pack Blue. And I said, you know, was hoping if I can get my hands on a retail pair that I would come back later and do a real versus fake comparison.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. But before we get into it, Nigel, what should they do?
I need you to ring that notifications bell so we can feel swell because you're getting caught up on the heat. And then that's what I was saying on the beat.
Yeah, ring the bell, guys, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Now that that's out of the way, I want to first shout out my guy at Supreme Sneakers DMV for giving us a pair of his retail kicks. Actually, do this comparison. These are his personal pair, and we're going to get right into it. So, first up, we got the...
Wait. Let me guess, all right?
Yeah.
Let me see both of them.
You want to see them both?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to see which one is the real one.
You might know already.
I don't.
Okay. Are you basing it on the box?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, for starters, one box is a size 11. The other box is a size 14.
Oh, okay. So this was a size 11 and this is a 14.
So you can't
but
compare.
But it might be a fake. Oh, it might be a fake 14 or a fake 11 though.
Well, let me show you this too from comparison in sizes. This is a retail pair of...
This is a real 11.
A retail pair of a size 11 dunks, and they are literally the exact same size box.
Oh, man.
So I don't know if that's gonna be the thing.
I'm gonna say that... Wait, I'm not ready yet. Actually, I'm gonna guess.
What are you trying to base it on, man?
All right, I'm gonna say that this is the fake one. This is the fake one right here. Because look, at the top of this box, you'll notice that the text here says JQLPNKR1KG. I don't know what it says actually, but if you'll notice here, that text is perfectly aligned with the box. But on this box, it goes over into the side. This is what you call a box malfunction.
Is it, or is it just smaller surface area because it's a different size box?
If it was a smaller surface area, they would make the text smaller as well.
But the text, I think, is literally all the same size.
So if you got like, so if you had like a pair of size 1/2 Union LAs, all you see on the box is U1/LA.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. But for the men's size, I don't know. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah. So what's all right?
Nigel, you are correct. This is the retail, and this is the fake.
Keep the attention to detail.
All right, real quick before we get into the actual shoes, I gotta drop a quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. We do not knock or endorse the purchase of UA fake goods. You do what you want to do based on your life, right? Let's get into it. So the box. All right. First, we can look at...
I just peeped something. Hold on.
1 second, boy. He's peeping everything. 1 second, you can look at the labels. All right, so when you look at the label on the boxes, they are very similar. Very similar. The fonts, the positioning, everything like that, pretty close. The UA fake box does not have the price on the side of that label, right? Where the retail does.
You know what the UA fake box does have?
What's that?
It has a cool reflective print. If you didn't notice that, look. Now.
Oh, it's like kind of like a ghost print behind it. Almost like a watermark style, like in the background.
Right, but the real box doesn't have that.
Yeah, like the UNLA, it's like kind of double.
It's like that. It's like the UV light thing they do
Nah.
in spy movies. I don't know.
Like black light you're talking about?
Yeah.
Right, not really the black light, but yeah, I mean, it just has like that double layer. Like there's the black heavy line, and then there's the...
It's that secret line.
Yeah, like a shadow watermark situation. All right, so that's the box. We're not gonna go too far in detail here.
Time.
Again, I always say we don't wear boxes. Well, first we gotta also look at tissue paper. That's a big deal. Of course, you got the stamp inside this box. No stamp inside the UA box. And the tissue paper,
wow,
while
that's a large difference.
While very similar, it's very different. Well, not very different.
It's noticeable though.
Noticeable difference side by side for sure. This has like a richer blue kind of color.
And
the black's
whiter
deeper.
white.
Yeah, and the black is deeper, right? All right, so that's that with the paper. Now let's get to the shoes. Get those out, Nigel. So we got the, I think they call this the Pistachio colorway of the Union Dunk and then the blue, which is slated to still release. We don't know exactly when, right? Pistachio, Union Blue. Of course, different sizes, different colorway, but we're just gonna look at the detail of the shoe and see what we can tell from a different standpoint.
Yeah.
First thing I like to find out is how this is the tag, the baggage claim tag that came with the UA shoes. And literally, I mean, this is the retail version. These things are cut from like literally exact same pattern, right?
The same thing, bro.
Exact same.
Right, they're clones of each other.
Exactly. The print on them are the same, slightly different in color. Slightly, right?
The material.
Yeah, that super thick
The
cardboard.
material is the exact same.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, they got the Union Jumpman on here, the Sydney Poitier outline, kind of overlaid on this top of this print, and they're literally exactly the same on both, which is crazy. So now the shoe itself.
Yeah.
The brass tacks. Let's see. The stitching.
What's a brass tacks?
We're getting down to the brass tacks. That means we get down to the real deal. Get down to the nitty gritty. Get down to the fine print and detail.
Okay.
Brass tacks.
What's the brass tacks for?
I don't know. It's the saying. I don't know
There
the
was a
history
tax on
behind
brass
that.
back in the day.
Maybe. Tax on brass. Maybe. I mean, right. It's things we just say. We don't really know the history of it, right? So we reviewed this shoe in the past, but let's take a look. I need 1 versus 1. The first thing we can look at is side by side comparisons. Right? First we got the Union Man on the bottom.
Yep.
Now, it's a different color sole, so you really can't see, it's hard to tell the difference. This is a lighter outsole, and he's got the reddish colored guy under there. This darker one, he's like a greenish color. It's hard to see. Think of it in like a black light or something like that, it would show up better. But the soles are exactly the same, obviously. The stitching on the side.
It's definitely more accurate in the official Nike, I think.
You think?
I think so. Like, I really have a really tight attention to detail, by the way. Now look at the way that this line right here is stitched, right? Not too many mistakes. It's pretty straight. It has a bit of a wide section, but compared to the wide section on this, it's really nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I agree, dude, because I think the stitching on this shoe, like some parts are straight, but then some parts are made to be a little wonky. Like look at this here.
That is.
See
wonky.
how that is? A little wonky around the edge of that toe box right there.
Okay, I have a different thing to say.
Okay.
All right, now look at this. Look at this though, right? Keep the holes on the front. The holes on this shoe right here are kind of subtle. They're obviously they're noticeable, but they're not like straight bullet holes. But the holes on these are
they more pronounced?
They're larger. I think they are more pronounced. You see what I'm saying?
I need to look again.
Look.
Maybe a little. Yeah, maybe the holes are slightly bigger in the forefoot of the shoe.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. On this shoe, the Union Man is there. But on this shoe, he's like, is he there?
He's there.
He's there, but he's very, very faint.
I don't know if that's because the sole is darker or what,
I think
though.
it's just the difference in colorway, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's...
Yeah, so we'll say that might be, I don't know if that's a big enough difference, right? And then we look at the tongue. The tongue is slightly different. The Nike on this UA pair is smaller kind of than the Nike on the retail pair.
But then again, this shoe is 3 sizes larger. So
there you go.
I can't lie, C-Squad. We're really just trying to make stuff out of thin air right now. Like there's literally nothing really there. We're just saying stuff at the moment. We're just chatting. But there's really like no difference between these at all. I can't even lie.
And real talk, like a lot of people talk about the toe box, right? The toe box of Dunks and how, the UAs might make them too big. They're not on point. Where these, I mean, again, 3 sizes larger and the toe boxes are pretty much exactly the same.
That's true.
I mean, this is a size 11.
So you think the toe box is large on this one?
No, I mean, but some people will say that, like, UAs don't have the toe boxes right. The toe boxes are too big on their Dunks. Where this is the nature of all the pictures I've seen of these Union Dunks, they all have like a bigger toe box than, like these, my pair of regular basic Dunks, the toe box is next to nothing. I mean, it's really small, right? So this is retail versus retail. So you can't compare these. You know what I'm saying? The same with this toe box versus this toe box. The Union toe box is just bigger in itself. So that's not a thing. So you know, ultimately, the question I have is 100 to 140 bucks. And right now, these are $400, maybe $500. Is it enough difference to where is a justification for that upgraded resale price? That's what it all comes down to. And it's a matter of what you want to pay. That's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to everybody out there. You know, do you want to get the authentic retail version, or do you want to pay and get the cheaper version where there's literally a minute differences? I don't care about the changes to the box or the tag that you'll never wear. You know, if the shoe look crazy.
You don't care.
I mean, I don't care enough.
So you'd be willing to buy a pair of replicas?
I'm just saying there's a case for a person if they wanted to buy them. I couldn't be mad at them. You know, ultimately do what you want to do with your pocket. It's your money. I can't tell you how to spend it anyway. Yeah. The biggest issue I have is somebody that would get these and then try to sell them to you and say, hey man, I got these early. These are $500. Yeah. Or, you know, right now, this pair, because they haven't released yet on StockX, the Authentics early release are like $1,400.
Huh?
Yeah, for $150 retail for these.
They haven't even dropped yet.
Right, but some pairs that people got early, like some retailers, and somehow some people got them and they sold them to StockX. StockX has pairs, they're $1,400. Now, this is a $150 dunk.
I can't lie, when I look at the shoe, I can imagine that having a really expensive resale though.
I mean, it's a very nice shoe. I mean, I love the shoe itself. But is it $1,400 nice? I don't know. I mean, I guess, you know, the price is what people are willing to pay for it. So that's what that comes down to. Back to the stitching and things like that. I mean, the stitching around the swoosh, I really, you know, I've seen a video where someone said that the swoosh stitching, you know, they didn't carry it up further into the swoosh itself. On the UA version, it was a lot, you know, it wasn't lined up the same. I'm seeing this, man, it looks so similar to me. No different. They have the same loose.
I can see how it's kind of sharper on the UA version than it is on the authentic.
Is it?
I think.
Right. You think?
I'm really like I'm really hallucinating though.
Right, it's like you gotta have be like the diamond guy that gets like that little thing that he puts in his eye and looks super close. You know, maybe to break down the atoms and the materials. But like look at the back of the shoe, you look at the Nike back here, you see much difference? And I don't have a black light to look for, you know, marketing lines and guidelines and things like that. That's not my jam. But this is just looking at the naked eye. I mean, if you were wearing these on the street, nobody's walking up to you with a black light or anything else. They're like, dude, those shoes are dope. So that's my take on it. I mean, buy what you like, wear what you like, ultimately wear your shoes.
And I think it just comes down to your morals. You know, if you're really like into the culture, you know, you want to keep it 100% authentic and you don't really want to buy the reps. But if you are willing to buy the reps, they look practically the exact same. So I don't blame you to do that.
True story. There's another YouTuber that I like, Batch Floss. He does a lot of real versus fake comparisons. He just really always says that sneakerheads embrace sneakerheads of all walks of life, you know, and ultimately don't sell reps as retail. Other than that, you know, the culture is what the culture is. You want the shoe, get the shoe. You want to pay retail, you want to buy UA, do what you want to do what you can do. You know, the game is all crazy right now, right? I mean, I remember these dropped on Union site. I was there, I was ready to go. You know, we had an issue getting into the site. Then I finally got through with like a crazy long queue and they were gone in literally like 2 minutes. You know, I don't know if that was bots or whatever the case may be, but it's so hard to get your hands on pairs these days. You can say, you know, ultimately you can do without them, move on to the next release. But if you really like a shoe, do what you feel like you need to do, man. That's not for me to judge. But like I said earlier in the video, if you do need some shoes, you want to get, you know, buy some things that have released, check out my man at Supreme Sneakers DMV. Thanks again for the hookup, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.